now we're on our way to get the emissions done on the M45. I'm pretty nervous and excited to finally get this car on the road. So it's going to be kind of like a vlog, going ahead and getting this done. That way you guys can kind of see the process and how we go about this. If the car's not registered under your name, you have to get a permit. I think it's like a 3-day, and you pay like $1 to get it done, and you get a paper that allows you to drive the car for 3 days until you can pass emissions. So that's what we're doing right now, just in case you live in the state of Arizona. In Arizona, as long as you don't have a check engine light, the car should pass. The car's doing pretty good right now, as you guys can see. No check engine light, everything's working good. We do need to go ahead and fill up the tank. It's pretty much at E. And I purchased this right here, which is like a fuel high mileage cleaner. So we're gonna fill up the tank and put this in there. The car's been sitting there for a while, so it most likely needs something to go ahead and clean it. Engine light turned on. I'm not exactly sure why, and of course it would happen as I'm going over there. I was driving it like throughout the week, making sure nothing was wrong with it, and of course it turns on when I'm heading over to the emissions place. I'm in the middle of nowhere, pretty much heading over there. I still have some time, so I'll run the codes, see what it is, and I'll clear it, see if it comes back up when we get over there. I'll pick it up once I find out what it is. Alright guys, so we're back in the Z. Of course, as we were going over there, the check engine light on the Infiniti M45 turned on, and I read the codes, and it was because of P0420, which has to do with like the catalytic converters, oxygen sensors. So I just picked up both oxygen sensors, the downstream, to see if that fixes it, and then we're gonna go back over there again and try it out. I did also purchase some extensions for the O2 sensors, just in case maybe it is a catalytic converter, because in most cases it's not. In most cases it's just the O2 sensor that has gone bad, because catalytic converters don't usually go bad unless they're like clogged up. We could be wrong, so that's why I picked up the extenders. We're heading home right now to go ahead and install them. I already took everything apart, but the reason that the car failed wasn't because of the O2 sensors. When we went over there, the car did not have the check engine light, it was off, but they said that because I just installed the battery, the car needs to go through a full drive cycle before I can actually go ahead and take it. So they told me to go ahead and take it within the next day, just to drive the car around, make sure it's good to pass. So I actually have my scanner. I'm going to drive it around after we install the new sensors and see if that fixes it, and then we're going to head over there to pass the car, because that's the only check engine light I got. Everything else was good. Alright, so here are the sensors. You have a green plug and a blue one. Not sure what the difference really is between them, but I know that there's a left and a right. And then here are the extenders that we're going to add, just in case it is a catalytic converter and it's throwing it off. This will stop it, so we can pass for sure. But let's go ahead and start installing this. Alright, so everything's now installed. Right there you can see the blue one connected there, green one here, and then connected to the bungs right there. So let's see if this fixes it. We don't get a check engine light. We do have to drive the car for a while. Just in case you guys are wondering how I'm checking the drive cycle to see if it's ready to pass, I picked up this fixed OBD2 scanner a long time ago, and I've been using it every single time I get a code, and it's been working pretty efficiently. And I accidentally paid for the premium some time ago, which is like 60 bucks. And if you have the premium, it actually tells you if your car is going to pass emissions or not, and it's running a bunch of like diagnostics on your car to see if everything's working properly. So it's gonna check like the heated sensors, the O2 sensors, the ECU, the braking system. It checks every single thing before you head to the emissions to make sure you're gonna pass. All right guys, so we're waiting in line. I haven't got a check engine light. Drove like, I would say over 70 miles and it hasn't turned on, so I'm pretty sure we can pass now, but we'll see right now. All right boys, we passed. Sheesh. Oh, I was so scared. The first time I was pretty pissed off because I was like, what the hell? I didn't know that existed, that you had to do like a drive cycle when you disconnect the battery. But we passed, everything's good. So now we can start driving the car. Got to register under my name. And we're going to start doing some things to this car, making sure everything else is good. Alright guys, so before we go ahead and close out the video, I wanted to give you a quick update on the M45 on what's going on. So the engine light did turn on again for the exact same issue. So I don't know what's really wrong. I believe there might be another issue with the cats, maybe not working properly, being clogged up. So when we get the exhaust work done on the M45, I do actually want to go ahead and get that checked out to see if maybe those need to be replaced as well. There could also possibly be a leak because the resonators were removed from that area, or those cats, and I believe they were stolen, so they did damage a few parts, like the connections to the O2 sensors, things like that. They're not actually positioned in the correct position when they come from factory. The O2 sensors are actually positioned after the cats on the white pipe, but they're supposed to be before the cats. So I will go ahead and look into that, have that changed back to how it used to be. Maybe that's causing some type of issue with the sensors reading correctly, because if they are after the cats instead of before like it's supposed to be, it could be throwing off the airflow ratio and things like that, causing the engine light to turn on. So that's going to be in the next few videos. So we are going to be doing some exhaust work, of course. I'm trying to get that fixed, and hopefully we can make it sound even better as well with the exhaust work that's going to be done to the car. There's a few more things that we need to fix with the car. The AC compressor is not working. I actually have a used one that came with the car, so I'm gonna test that one out, see if that works. If not, we'll just pick up a new one. The steering wheel shakes a lot, and it's because it has bad tires. I don't want to put new tires on these wheels. I'd rather save it for like new wheels and tires, so that'll be coming up in the future. And I do want to add something else to the channel that I want to do, which is actually start collecting Hot Wheels. So let me show you guys which one I picked up today. So here's a Hot Wheel that I just picked up today from my local Fry's. It's a Porsche 911 GT3. This thing is pretty sick. I've always been a huge fan of Porsche, but I'm going to try to collect at least one car every video and make it like a series. For those of you guys that are interested in Hot Wheels, I've seen a lot of interesting videos where people just collect them and start adding them to their wall, and I think it looks pretty sick having a bunch of Hot Wheels just like up on your wall. But yeah, this one's pretty sick. Get a little bit more closer and personal. But I'll make another video on it, me putting them up on my wall. For those of you that are interested in doing it or see how it's done, it'll be pretty sick. I have a few more that I actually collected, so I'll start adding them to my wall. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.